Hello and welcome to your daily crypto news. Are the bulls back? That's the question. We've had a lot of really good news today, and the question is, will this pump we're going through right now continue? So we're going to look at that here in just a minute and the reasons for the rise today. Before we do, make sure you're subscribed to our channel. We got our contest we're running for 2 more days, and on Saturday we're going to be announcing the winner. So don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Also, smash the like button. Tell your friends about our channel. Don't forget to hit the post notifications bell so you can follow us along and you always get alerted when we post a new video. So let's head on over to coinmarketcap.com and look at the numbers today. The CoinMarketCap right now is at almost $90 billion. Bitcoin dominance has fallen to 39.4. Both of these are really good signs. Now, Bitcoin is at almost $6,700 right now. Almost everything are gainers today. So if we look, Enigma, Nulls, Ethos is debuting their wallet today for certain users. I'm still waiting on my link. Want to do a wallet review video when I get that. Siacoin, Icon, Wanchain, all over 17%. But as you can see, it looks like the red has been the last couple of days with over double-digit gains today. We've been seeing double-digit losses. So that's good to see. As you can see, Mithril is the only. Mithril and Wakey Chain are both down, both less than 1%. So not sure why they haven't got on the boat yet with the gains. But let's talk about why this has happened. Why have we seen the pump? Well, if you look over here and you look at Ripple, you'll see they have a new logo. Okay, that's not the reason for the pump. But that is a big change on the CoinMarketCap interface along with Ripple itself. But it is a big change. It's a huge change to the logo for Ripple. And I was very interested to see CoinMarketCap update it so quickly. So I don't know, maybe there's an interface. If you have a token or a coin, you can go in and make changes. And that's why sometimes we see, like, if a website changes, it doesn't always update on CoinMarketCap. Maybe it's a back-end thing and Ripple was on top of it. But they do have the new logo. So they've chosen this logo basically for the purpose. Well, there's really 2 purposes. The first purpose, they say right here, XRP, unlike other cryptocurrencies, does not have a symbol that represents units of the asset. In order to distinguish XRP and better define it, a symbol will be created to use it when writing the amount of XRP. This symbol will also be used to represent the asset in place of Ripple's trademark, mainly the 3 connecting circles, triskelion or triskelion. I'm not exactly how I'm supposed to say that, but I do know. I'm going to break it down simply for you. I'm going to reword that last sentence. Mainly the fidget spinner. That's what people have been associating the Ripple logo with. The previous one is a fidget spinner. And apparently Ripple doesn't like that. The community doesn't like that. And I got to be honest with you, it's a sweet logo. I really actually like it. I think it really lines up with some of the cooler ones in the top 10. I mean, Ripple, the token or the coin, it just looked cheesy compared to a lot of the other ones. The Stellar one also looks a little cheesy. So now that Ripple is rebranded, I don't know, maybe we'll see Stellar. I don't know. Maybe I've spent too much time talking about a logo, but I believe logo and branding are very, very important. So good job to the Ripple company for coming out with this new logo. It's sleek, it's stylish. I like it a lot. So, okay, let's go to the reason for the pump. People are saying there's one of 2 reasons why we've had this massive turnaround, or what feels like a super massive turnaround today. I'm going to go with the first one. I believe the one we're going to look at right now is the key to the turnaround. And, I was just talking yesterday with a friend of mine, and, it's hard not to be negative. And I made this statement. I said, I don't know what it will be that will turn the markets around, but they will turn around. I'm confident in that. And also, when it happens, it's something that we can't even imagine. That the catalyst would be something we can't even imagine. Like, it's going to be something that's just going to appear out of nowhere. No one saw this coming today. There was no meeting today. There was no indication that the SEC was going to come out and talk today. But the SEC came out today, and they have announced that Ethereum is not classified as a security. This is really big because securities have to go through a different process for being listed, for being registered. That's why security tokens are going to be so big in the future. And, the thing that came out of this announcement that was so interesting is that basically what the SEC said today is that if a project is truly decentralized and no one person or one entity is truly in control of that project, then it can't be a security. There has to be some kind of centralized focus on a security, which is very interesting. It brings up the question of Ripple. As we know, there is a debate of their centralization versus decentralization. The company itself and the people that the Ripple evangelists will tell you, oh, no, it's not really centralized. But most people believe that it is. And there's actually a lawsuit right now involving Ripple and centralization. And it's going to be really interesting to see what plays out with that lawsuit. But at the end of the day, this is great news for most coins and most tokens, because most obviously are decentralized. And I think in the future, ICOs will take a page out of this playbook. So does this open Coinbase to now be able to list other projects without them having to be verified as securities? Because that's been a lot of the conversation about Coinbase adding things and regulation and things like that is, do they have to wait before certain projects become verified as securities? But according to this news today, it doesn't look like that's going to have to happen. So that's why I believe we could see this as the catalyst that turns the market down. I feel like we were already approaching a bottom. I said I thought the bottom would be 65. It went down to 62, maybe a little bit lower than that. But we were close to the bottom. I didn't see a 4,000 Bitcoin, maybe into the 5s, 5.9, 5.8. But we're already close to the bottom, and hopefully this news will propel us forward. And what I've noticed on Reddit as I go and I get my stories, there hasn't been nearly as much altcoin news. Why would that be? Well, because altcoins don't want to release really good news inside of a bear market. So hopefully this will propel more news to come out, more projects to move forward, and hopefully we will see a summer from this point forward where we see prices increasing. I don't know where they'll increase to, but hopefully at least stay above the levels where we've been at recently. So the other bullish news today is the EOS blockchain is now officially live. After the mainnet launch, there's a big discrepancy, or that's probably not the right word. There's a big to-do, if you will, about the voting. They've now received over 150 million votes, and that was what they needed to be able to determine who will be able to maintain the distributed network of the EOS blockchain. So another thing this means is that after the $4 billion ICO process that EOS went through, that the network or the software that EOS is going to be putting forward will now be accessible in the future. It pretty much guarantees that. And that's really exciting news because there were a lot of people who were getting very nervous about EOS. And I thought it was funny that today I find this news, and right after this is an article talking about how, basically all EOS is held by very, very few. And we've already talked about that before, how that's because a lot of that EOS is owned by exchanges. So obviously exchanges are going to have a lot more crypto than, an individual for the most part, unless they're a super big whale. So just FUD attacks all the time on EOS. Good for them for putting this out. I want every cryptocurrency project to succeed. If I'm honest with you, I could probably find a few, obviously if the people behind it are really scammy, then you don't want them to benefit from it. But anything that is a good reputable project, we should want them to succeed. So good job, EOS. Good job fending off the FUD attacks and moving forward with your project. Hopefully we will see some success here. I don't want to see you put Ethereum out of business, but I do want to see EOS succeed. So ARK. The new ARK Core version 2 has been released. It is available on GitHub. And one thing that's really cool about this project, or about this announcement that was made here on Medium, is that the ARK Core version 2, it took thousands of hours of development. There were a lot of hiccups along the way. It took 7 months for them they never thought it was going to take this long. So this announcement is from a board member and one of the co-founders of ARK. And even after all of these mistakes, all this article does is basically give praise to the people that worked on this project. And I think that was really cool. Instead of getting upset with the developers for taking too long to get this out, or for all the hiccups they had on the way, ARK celebrated its people. So how can you be mad at that? So good job, ARK. Good job, ARK team. I like seeing that. That wasn't, that's kind of reading between the lines here. Obviously, if you look at the article down below, you can see some of the details about how many lines of code. They also said that there will probably be a new version of the wallet and things like that, but I thought that was pretty cool. So Funfair, I'm a big fan of Funfair. I have been for a long time, since last year. I think Funfair is going to be a great platform. So they put out an update where they basically look back at a lot of the accomplishments they've done this year. They talk about how they're live on the mainnet. They've been having testing going on, but I felt like this should have been at the very top, but I found this little nugget here. we are pleased to announce a new company owned by the group will launch a casino on the Funfair platform in Q3. So this is going to be a company associated with Funfair that's going to run on the Funfair blockchain, and it's going to be a casino that's going to come out. I'm very interested to see what these casinos look like. If you go and you look around at a bunch of online casinos, you can easily tell the good ones from the bad ones. And if we think of like Steam, like, don't get me wrong, I like Steam. I'm on DTube. I love the decentralized nature of it, but it's like laggy, and it doesn't run at optimum performance. And so I'll be really interested to see if this, and that really is where we're at on blockchain. Like, we've got the technology, but we've got to make a way to make it run smoothly, and that's where the adoption will come. So hopefully this casino that comes out on the Funfair platform will be smooth, and we will be able to use it, and it will be gambling on the blockchain like Funfair intends. So very excited to see what's going to come from that. So Traxia, aka TMT, is going to be listed on KuCoin. Now, why is that significant? It's not significant for the reason like it's just some random, ICO that's getting launched on KuCoin. Traxia is the first ICO on Cardano's blockchain. So they're going to be using the Cardano smart contract system, and that's really cool. So what is Traxia? Traxia defines itself as a decentralized global trade finance ecosystem, which aims to create an open marketplace for users and businesses to exchange invoices as short-term assets. So very similar to Populous. It sounds like Populous is actually a working platform right now. So it sounds like Traxia is trying to do something similar. Be really interesting to see how this project progresses, as it is the first ICO on the Cardano blockchain. So thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. Please smash that like button for us so more people get to see the video. Until next time, that was your Daily Crypto News.